Hello, everybody. We are here in Dallas, Texas for DreamHack 2019. There are a million video games going on here, but it's all about Madden today. I'm here with none other than the voice of competitive Madden, Nick Mazesco, and the Grizzly vet, RG. Fellas, you guys ready for some great Madden today?
Oh, it's phenomenal. We're sitting here. It's been 3 months since we've had a meaningful game of football played in the NFL. We still got Madden tournaments going on.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. This is a huge step for competitive Madden. Being a part of an event like DreamHack, I mean, this is an event that's been in over 10 countries. It's paid over $18 million to gamers across the world. And for Madden to be a part of that, it's just a very exciting thing.
Speaking of exciting, let's talk about what these guys are here for. It's a $25,000 prize pool. First place is going to get $12,500. Second place gets $7,500. Third and fourth, they're going home with $2,500 each. There are going to be 96 competitors broken up into 24 groups of 4. Now that's round robin format. You guys want to let everybody know how that works out?
Everybody's going to play everybody. That's how you get the best players out of a group. Is you got 3 other competitors. Top 2 guys are going to make it out of there. That's as fair as it gets here in competitive Madden.
Yeah, especially in a game like Madden where anything could happen. When you go to a group play format, there are no excuses. You had multiple games to put on a show, get those W's, and fight through adversity. So I'm a huge fan of group play. We use it often in the MCS, so should be a lot of fun.
Now, we're going to be playing, there are many modes on Madden, but today the tournament's going to be in that classic mode. Let's talk about classic and what that means in the old school tournament vibe and the underground Madden feel of this tournament so far.
Well, when he says classic, it's just old school Madden football couch play where you're just picking normal NFL teams. For those that keep up with the MCS, you'll see us dabble in a bunch of different modes like MUT salary cap, MUT draft. This isn't what that is. This is the real NFL team. So if you see the Kansas City Chiefs out there on the field, it's the real Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to have Patty Mahomes and company.
Now, you know what it was like to be in that hot seat here. We've had an incredible Madden season throughout. With this being the final tournament of 2019, heading into Madden 20 coming out here, what do you think are on the players' minds?
That's a really good question, Rico. I know from my perspective, Madden's unique in the sense you only have a short time frame to make money with your skill set. Remember, this is an annual title that comes out every year. So all those guys that have put in hours and hours of work to master Madden 19, this could very well be their last chance to profit off of those hours on a big stage. And you know that as a competitor, and you want to take full opportunity of a last chance like that.
And plus, the great part about it, if you were following Twitter at all coming up to this event, the players are amped for this. They're always clamoring for more events to go play, for more times to play for some money. So this is phenomenal for the game of Madden to have something at the end of May as we're starting to think about Madden 20. Just a little reminder that Madden 19 is still around.
Now, we were supposed to kick off a little earlier, but the attendance at DreamHack has been even bigger than we thought. They were thinking 30, 40,000. I can't even count how many people. They're still trying to let people in. We've seen some new faces and a lot of familiar faces out there as well. What do you expect to see through that?
I think you're going to see an incredibly competitive field. You're going to get a lot of unknowns in the game, and RG, you know that when you're playing somebody who you don't have game tape on, that can be just as tough as playing one of the top players because you just don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys aren't going to know what to expect. Remember, this is a regs mode. These guys have been playing MUT salary cap for the last several months getting ready for the MCS. So game plans, playbooks, a lot of things change once you switch those modes. So I'm really going to be interested to see where that meta shifts.
Now, with this being classic mode, we're going to see some different teams than we're used to seeing. What do you think we're going to see out there? We know we're going to see a lot of Chiefs, but we are here in Dallas.
They're tough.
You think there'll be the Cowboy sighting?
Some Cowboys. I'm thinking maybe you'll see a little Atlanta Falcons. I've heard rumblings of some Chargers being used. You never know what you're going to see. The Patriots are usually popular in regs. They got some speed out there on defense and with Philip Dorsett.
Might see some Houston Texans. We're in the state of Texas. There might be some Texans fans out there. Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins.
We saw the Bengals at the Madden Classic. Remember, the last time we saw these high-level competitors play regs was the Madden Classic. Rosters have obviously changed a little bit since then, but yeah, that's one of my favorite things is seeing some of these matchup selections.
Now, in the Madden Classics, Kimbo faced off against Little Man in the finals. Neither of those two competitors are here today, so this is going to be a free-for-all. What are some of the names that you think might be able to make a run for out of the people that you know?
I mean, I wrote down a list just from taking a peek outside the tent over here and seeing who's out on that floor. I mean, there was some who's who players. We had guys like Boogs, Joke, Crush, Kratobin, Blocky, Prodigy, Beast Mode Mac, D-Croft, CJ, who made the finals of the Texans Club. And then you also saw some old school legend players from back when me and Rico used to play. We saw Pretty Boy Antoine Williams made the finals of the Madden Challenge in 05. We saw Vinny Phenomenon, the legend. For anyone that doesn't know Vinny, he is a true legend of the game, and hopefully you'll see why later. His baby brother, Mini Mike. I mean, it's just a phenomenal mix of new school players and old school players. I saw VTech out there. I mean, it's just a stacked field. I'm very excited.
And you are going to see a lot of players who are really hungry to win this tournament.
Yes.
If they didn't have any success, maybe they didn't have the success they want. Guys like JS the Best we saw in the MCS.
He's here.
We saw J-Wall, who took out Skimbo in the Patriots Club Championship. He's looking to have some success. J-Bird's out there. There are a lot of guys who didn't win what they wanted to during the MCS season, that this is an opportunity to put a marquee win at the first ever Madden tournament here at DreamHack.
Now, we talk about, do certain belts carry a little bit more weight than other ones? To go down in history as the first person to win the Madden event at DreamHack, that has to rank up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first ever. Being the first ever anything is huge, and I think you're seeing so many players here. It's showing that the Madden game is growing. I think we're going to see more of these tournaments at DreamHack. So being able to put your name tag as the first ever DreamHack Madden champion, that's monstrous.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And walking away with $12,500 for first place, that's a huge deal. And we should also be mindful of guys who don't have names for themselves right now. This is an open tournament for anybody. You didn't just have to qualify for this. So if you're a guy that's been trying to, make his name on the scene, this is a great opportunity to do that. I was speaking with an older gentleman out there that goes by the name of Emblem, and he said, these are the type of events I need because I work full time and I don't have time to grind the ladders and qualify for the MCS. So events like this are definitely for people that fall into that category as well. And that's a very exciting thing.
Well, word on the street is the players are getting together now. They're getting them locked in. We're going to see our first matchup going. Let's go ahead and take a look at the floor and see how these players are getting set up.
Oh, wow, we look good on the big screen. Now you guys know why I'm loud, because I'm tiny compared to you guys.
And you see Florida's own, Wellington's finest, Mattstergamer. He made a great run at the Classic earlier. Has to be one of the favorites here today.
Yeah, he's a tough competitor. You know he's going to get fired up. He's going to get locked in. It's one of those names that's sort of in the middle that could make a run and really get that marquee win.
You talked about the Bengals earlier, RG. He was the first one I saw break him out.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, you talked about Little Man and Skimbo not being here, who made the finals of the Madden Classic. Mattstergamer was in the Final Four of that tournament. He has a ton of experience, and they call him a lab rat. Nobody prepares like my guy Matt.
C4, go for it. A name
I love it.
Looking to make a little name for himself here.
And now the question is his name going to be a precursor to his fourth down?
I hope so. I hope we see C4 go for it a couple times.
But this is the cool matchup. With all due respect, I've never heard of C4, but this is the type of opportunity he has now where he can go up against a cream of the crop type player like Mattstergamer in front of a ton of good competitors and really has a chance to make a name for himself with one win.
Are you telling me C4 is about to blow up here?
He could.
Let's get out. Go.
We'll be here all weekend, and so will the players. This is breaking over 3 days. Today, we're going to see everybody go ahead and play in their round robins. Tomorrow, it comes down to 48, and then the final day, somebody's going to walk away a winner.
Yeah, final 8. And how much pressure do you think there is in this game? Mattstergamer playing somebody who isn't one of the known players on the circuit. Is that added pressure on Mattster to perform well here in this first game?
Yeah, it's definitely added pressure for Mattster. And for C4, these are the type of opportunities you're looking for as a player in his position. I remember when I first started showing up to Madden Challenges, when you finally get that match against a big name, you were just thrilled about it. Usually you want a sweet road to, no, when you're young and up and coming, you need to make a name for yourself, and the only way to do that is to knock off top competition. So this is a huge opportunity for C4 if he can get the upset against Mattster.
And speaking of that, really quick before we get into our rock-solid picks, C4 has probably had a good amount of tape on Mattstergamer because he's made a couple of runs. He was in there. So he has, you'd say, the upper hand when it comes to scouting?
I think when it comes to scouting, yes, but let's not forget, a guy who top 4 in the Classic. I don't care how much tape you have. He's a tough competitor. All the scouting in the world isn't going to prepare you for what you're going to get on that stage.
All right, well, that leads us into our picks here. Nick, it sounds like you're leaning towards Matt. Where are you going with
Listen,
the first one?
It's about respect. It's about paying respect to the best players. Not that I don't believe that there could be an upset, but I got to go with Mattstergamer just because he's the veteran. He's been here before. Not here at DreamHack, but playing in a live final against a player. I got Mattstergamer.
Yeah, I mean, it's the easy pick. I did talk to him before the event. The tape won't matter because he says he's been working on new schemes for this tournament specifically. He labs as much as anybody. He's a practice mode guru, as I like to call him. Definitely got to go with Mattster, the heavy favorite in this game.
I think we're going to have to go straight chalk. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in as well. Mattstergamer is going to be the pick. Now, Twitch, chat, you guys, let us know who you're going to go with as well. We always want to know how you guys are feeling. Go ahead and throw that into the chat as well. But the question I have right now is, people say offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. But for me, in the Classic mode, I feel it's all about offense on both sides. As long as you can continually score the ball, I think you can play with anybody.
I think if there's one thing you've seen throughout the Madden 19 cycle, a lot of players are really good offensively, and you're going to see a lot of great offensive players. But if an offensive player can find a way to be a top 10 defensive player, you need a balance of both. And we've seen the guys who've been able to get some stops on defense. I know scoring's important. If you can get a key stop, I mean, these games sometimes come down to only 3-7 points. One stop can make the difference.
And remember, these guys have been used to playing MUT, where they got Randy Moss, Julio Jones. They got all kinds of goons on their offense. They're not going to have that many weapons this time around. So I do expect the offensive side of the ball to be a little bit tougher than what we've seen the last several months in MCS.
All right, well, I know they're tired of us talking. Let's go ahead and get to some action. We're going down to the players, and it's kickoff time.
Oh, it is so great to be seeing some Madden action here in May. The kick is away, and DreamHack's first ever Madden 19 tournament, first ever Madden tournament period, is underway.
Well, while they take a moment to set their audibles, let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, Chipotle. And speaking of Chipotle, because they're playing for a lot of queso here, what's your go-to Chipotle order?
White rice, no beans, double chicken, hot salsa, sour cream, and cheese in a bowl.
Wow.
Listen, I'm a veteran. I'm a Chipotle veteran.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to go with the bowl. The one thing, Nick, you didn't mention, you have to get the tortillas on the side or the taco shells on the side with your bowl. If you don't do that, it's amateur hour. I'm sorry. Brown rice, onions and peppers, chicken, steak, double meat.
Couldn't disagree with you guys more about the bowl. I am definitely an on-the-move burrito kind of guy. I want to be able to have a hands-free. I need to have hands-free. That bowl, too many utensils.
If you're on the move, that's a different thing. We're talking about you go to
scramble,
Chipotle,
I roll out, I need to have my burrito.
What if we sit down and we're eating at the restaurant?
And I'm telling you, then I double fist burritos.
Damn.
Rice,
that's a
corn,
veteran move.
Cheese,
That's
carnitas,
a veteran move.
Queso. Let's go.
See, other than the tortillas, you can always just get a big bag of chips and just, it's like nachos.
Oh, yeah.
See,
that's another move. I do that
what I'll tell you
I do that too.
When it comes to my Chipotle, I do not share. Those are nachos. They're mine.
I can't believe you're not on the bowl swag, man. I expect more from you.
I cannot sit still. As you see, we're here. I'm moving, I'm shaking. I need to be able to go. And it's so much easier to eat that burrito on the move as opposed to the bowl.
Listen, you just made a nacho joke. I think we're no longer friends if you stand farther away from me. I'm so disappointed in you.
All right,
that's low-hanging fruit.
Now, here's a quick question. We saw that kickoff, and now they're setting their audibles right now. Can you guys talk to everybody out there, for those who don't know, about the audible setting and how that can help you when you're marching down the field on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, essentially what they're doing is just going through the pause menu, and you set up your depth chart, which is obviously very important, getting your guys in the spots you want. And then you can just go ahead and set your audibles. What that allows you to do is go through each formation within your playbook and select what plays in that formation do you want to bring with you to the line of scrimmage whenever you come out with a play in that formation. It's pretty much a way that lets you do your best Peyton Manning impression. Make sure I have the plays that I need with me at the line of scrimmage. So if I see a defense that, oh, look, I don't like, I can check to something that I think beats it. So these guys just making sure that they have all the plays they need to be efficient when they're at the line of scrimmage.
And have all the players in the right places. I mean, you're going to see some guys get moved around, play in the slot, or maybe you'll see some tight ends playing at halfback. It just depends on where they like them.
All right, fellas, all the audibles are set. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to the best duo in the game, Nick, RG, take it away.
No, we didn't just kick Rico out because he made a nacho joke. As we've got Mattstergamer representing the Kansas City Chiefs. Go for it, representing the Chargers and those powder blue unis.
To be honest, I believe that's incorrect. I talked to Mattster before the tournament. He told me he was going to be using the Chargers, running the gun bunch tight end, which he's in right here. So I believe we have Mattstergamer in the Chargers uniforms and C4 playing with the Chiefs, Nick.
So the powder blues are Mattstergamer, a little hitch route, left side, near the first down marker. And you're going to see something interesting here. We're playing in regs, and you see some different quarterbacks. You're not going to see your Mike Vicks. You're not going to see your Lamar Jacksons. Phillip Rivers, the LA Chargers, he's got a very interesting throwing motion.
Yeah, he's kind of got that little sidearm type of action. And I don't remember anybody really playing with the Chargers throughout this year when we saw regs action. So I'm going to be interested to see what Matt's bringing to the table here. I mean, they got a tough personnel. They got Gordon, who's obviously a beast, Keenan Allen, Benjamin gives you a little bit of speed, and then you get to use guys like Hunter Henry, who might have been on the IR and didn't play this NFL season, but you know what? You're allowed to use him in Madden, so that's a nice little weapon.
If you ask Stephen A. Smith, I think he said Hunter Henry was the most important player. As a little run for Melvin Gordon there.
I remember that. That was.
And then don't forget the Chargers defense. Joey Bosa, Derwin James. Yeah. I mean, that's a tough defense to play.
Casey Hayward's a good corner too.
Second down and 5.
C4, I mean, he's in this nickel 3-3-5 defense, a little meta-type defense. Obviously knows what he's doing, user control in the middle linebacker.
Rivers, right side. See that little sidearm, but it gets it out pretty quickly. Looks like he's going to pick up a first down at the 47-yard line.
See Matt, he's in this gun bunch tight end formation, Nick. It's a little bit similar to the normal gun bunch that we're used to seeing from a lot of these guys. The only difference is the 3 wide receivers are all on one side and the tight end's ISO'd on his own side, where in bunch, it's 1 wide receiver ISO'd and 2 wide receivers next to the tight end.
Rivers, left side, corner out wide open. Gets it in bounds. Big play down the field to the 23-yard line. Matt's in business.
You gotta respect Mattstergamer. I mean, he's just a true fan of Madden. I don't think there's been a tournament that I've been to in the last several years where this young man hasn't just shown up to rock out on the sticks.
Once again, that gun bunch, 3 to the right side, the tight end green on the left. Rivers dropping back to pass. Pressure picked up nicely, a little hitch route, spin move, breaks the tackle inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. In business, 9 yards out from the first touchdown.
Matt looking really good right now. Nice little hitch route, high ball to Benjamin. Has a little speed to get some yak after the catch. Now he's going to go out in the I big 22 personnel here.
Expect to see a lot of MG3 taking the ball here. He's at the top of the I formation. 2 tight ends set, handed off. Good pursuit by this Kansas City defense. No gain on the play.
Yeah, I big. This is a grown man formation. A lot of beef. When we call it a 22 personnel, Nick, we call it 22 because it has 2 running backs and 2 tight ends. Where when you call it 11 personnel, it's because it has 1 running back, 1 tight end. So when we go with the numbers, tell you the formation, that's what it means. The first number is the amount of running backs, the second number, the amount of tight ends.
And if you go with a 55 formation, you have way too many players on the field, as Melvin Gordon, he'll pick up 4. Big 3rd and goal, sort of a tone-setting play here on 3rd down.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's known to get stingy down here in the red zone. So if you can get yourself a touchdown if you're Matt, it's going to be huge. It's a big chance for C4 to step up, get some momentum.
3rd down and goal. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. They're going to try to pass it. Rivers, left side, back of the end zone, one-handed, and it's brought down. The first touchdown of the DreamHack Madden 19 tournament goes to Mattstergamer, up 6-0.
That was just a professional drive, huh? I mean, that's what you expect to see from, a so-called Madden pro. He just officially moved the ball up the field, took what was given to him, attacked different areas of the field. We saw some runs, some checkdowns underneath, the deep corner route. I mean, that's really good drive right there from Matt. See how C4 can respond, because we do know the strong part of the Chiefs is their offense, not their defense. So this is where C4 is really going to have to make his living.
And now maybe I don't want to say there's no pressure on C4. You're playing against a known player. Not a lot is expected of you here at DreamHack, but maybe a little bit of pressure in game, knowing that you gave up that early touchdown I think it's going to be tough for C4 if he tries to keep up, if he tries to get into a shootout. I feel like that edge goes to the professional player in Mattstergamer.
Yeah, definitely likely. And the other thing is, C4, you see him, he's setting some audibles here. It looked like he was going to go to some gun trips tight end. That's a formation that a guy like Matt is going to be very, very familiar with. He's been playing that formation all year against elite level type competition. So you got to be careful if you see C4. Where Matt, on the other hand, he came to this tournament running some gun bunch tight end, which is a popular formation, but not as popular as these gun bunches and trips tight end. So I'm sure he caught C4 a little bit off guard with that one. You see him, he's in a double A gap defense as Mattster right now.
You're going to see a lot of the Kansas City Chiefs today here in Regs mode. Patty Mahomes at the helm. Conley, Watkins, and Hill on the outside. Travis Kelce, the tight end, right side of that formation. Watkins in motion from left to right.
Good defensive play arc by Matt.
Ball's out, and it's picked up early. An early turnover. You don't want to start your tournament that way with a fumble on the first play.
How about Mattstergamer calls man coverage, all-out blitz, sniffs out the run, pops him with the hit stick, and the grizzled veteran forces a turnover early, already up 7-0. That's the way you want to start DreamHack if you Mattster. That's the dream right there.
Bad pass would go the other way. He tried for a high pass, one-on-one coverage, and C4 says, not so fast, Ben. I got some moves myself.
Oh, if you Mattster, what are you doing right there, bro? You're already in field goal range to make it 2 possessions. You got Melvin Gordon. You just need to pound the rock a little bit. Worst case scenario, you settle for 3. Gets greedy, throws the yick, and now C4, you need to respond right here.
And the pass is complete. Kelce breaks one tackle, and ball comes out again. The Chargers. Mattstergamer coming out firing, laying the lumber.
Oh, man. Mattster with a mean hit stick right now, but if you C4, you just got yourself a free little extra life. I mean, you have to take advantage of this, Nick. The other thing, once you get hit stick like that early in the game and fumble, it's going to discourage you from running the ball. If you're C4, you got to have a short memory and just continue to take what he gives you.
Oh, the pressure from the outside. Mahomes out of the pocket. It's past the line of scrimmage. This could be a turnover. It's going the other way. It's going to be an illegal forward pass. But the Chargers, Mattstergamer said, look legal to me. I'm going to take it to the other side. A second turnover in the first quarter for C4.
Poor C4, huh? He was getting icky right there. Stepped up in the pocket, avoided the user. He just needed to scramble, get the first down. Instead, he lets it rip unnecessarily, gets the penalty, throws the pick, gives all the momentum to Matt in a nice little package wrapped with a bow. And besides that one pick Matt has thrown earlier in this game, he has looked prolific on offense.
Gun bunch, 2nd and inches. Why not hand off to Melvin Gordon, the former Badger? He'll pick up another first down. Mattstergamer, a real intent to run the ball early in this tournament.
Yeah, he's always been known for having a really strong run game. He has good stick work on the ground. And you know it's going to be tough to stop the run out. This bunch tight end, there's some really good passing plays out of this formation. He's got the PA crossers play you got to watch out for. You got to watch out for that deep corner route.
Buck Sale.
So it's going to be hard for you to, you know what I mean, key in on stopping the run when you got so much you have to worry about with the pass game. And the thing that's nice about gun bunch tight end is usually when people run a gun bunch, their only run plays, you know, a draw or a base. It's not the greatest run play. I believe in this gun bunch tight end, he has an inside zone, which is a very efficient run play. So it's going to let Matt be pretty efficient with the way he runs this ball. I'm surprised we didn't see more of this gun bunch tight end formation throughout the MCS year.
And guys, a reminder, if you want to keep up on brackets and standings, you can go to dh.je/Madden Dallas. Keep up on all of the standings, the brackets. It's all group play today here on day 1 of DreamHack. From Dallas, Texas, 2nd down and 4. And why not run it again? Look at the patience. Using that real player motion, getting some speed bursts, another first down.
And it's clear when you see Matt being able to make those good cuts. You know, you and me, we get on the sticks. We're running into an alignment, it's a mess. One of these things these pros are so good at doing, Nick, is he's not using the turbo button until late in the play. When he gets that ball with the halfback, he's not just spamming R2 trying to get on his horse right away. He's moving the left stick, trying to find a lane and being patient with that speed boost, which is what the best players do, and it's how you run the ball more efficiently. One of the worst mistakes you can make as a Madden player is hitting that turbo button immediately after the handoff.
Now 1st and 10. Rivers, right side. Toe tap inbounds, pick up a couple. Nice, easy pitch and catch, and you're not seeing too many chances taken by Mattstergamer.
Yeah, it's pretty robotic out there, huh? Just, dinking and dunking, taking what's given to him.
And why not Melvin going one more time? Turn on the burners. Give him another 9, 8 carries, 46 yards to start out this game, averaging over 5 yards a carry. Now another 1st down as the methodical Mattstergamer.
Oh, gee.
Somebody just tried to play for him.
I don't know what that was.
Somebody just tried. Like, hold on, wait a second. 1st down. Okay. Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Yep. See, this is you never have this problem playing at home.
Something's going on out there. I'm trying to get a read on it, but I don't know what's going on there. Someone's hitting in the PS button. Why are we hitting in the PS button?
Look at the players are just, what's happening?
Is someone? Oh gosh. Don't turn off.
Don't
turn
hit
off the console.
Whoever it is.
Admin. Here's an admin. Thank God. Right in time.
There we go.
There we go.
That's
my guy Fizzy right there. That's our admin, Alex, a.k.a. Fizzy.
What a great admin team we have here at DreamHack. Making sure all 96 players in this tournament are all set up. Listen, I know you're down 7-0. This is not the time to hit the PS button, quit out of the game. You can't do that. You got to just play through it, man. It's group play.
Accidentally kicked the cord out of the console when things don't go your way.
Turning off the PS4. Just...
Look at Mattster. Look at Mattster. Another meme for the Mattster.
Just shake. What can you do but shake your head?
I'll tell you what, Nick. Us talking about the Chipotle and then having it right up there on screen. Thank goodness they took the Chipotle off screen right there, because it's been on my mind.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's not closer, because RG would be calling this game solo while I'll chomp down on a burrito over there. What's up, Rico? As we're trying to figuring out what's going on. It's first ever Madden tournament here at DreamHack. Figuring out who turned off the PlayStation. That could be the story we follow the entire way. Who turned it off? Because that's a big deal. Back here at the desk, Nick Mazesco, RG. G was an interesting start to the game. We saw some early turnovers from C4. And then we saw the ultimate turnover, which was the PlayStation getting turned off, apparently. But they're going to try to get this set back up.
I don't know what that is. You got to assume maybe someone has a PlayStation controller that shouldn't be connected to the PlayStation, and they're pressing buttons that's interacting with the players. Very, very strange stuff going on over there. Like you said, at least we got a good admin team. I'm sure they're on top of it. I was getting ready to rock and roll, too, man. We're never a fan of this stuff, man.
It's a good game early, but we got plenty of games going on here at DreamHack Dallas, so make sure you stay tuned in. Again, you can follow along with brackets and standings at dh.je/Madden Dallas. Full group play today. Tomorrow, we'll go to the 48-man single elimination tournament, and then the final day, top 8, where we're going to be handing out a $25,000 prize pool.
Yeah, that's going to be phenomenal. And, today's going to be a lot of fun, but once we get to tomorrow and it's single elimination games, and every game, your tournament life is on the line, I mean, it gets intense. Like you said, only the top 4 players are getting paid here, so you're going to have to fight until the very, very end to wet your beak on some of that prize money. So those single elimination games are going to be phenomenal. You're not going to want to miss any of that.
And the best part about single elimination, as we've seen throughout this season, is that's where you get some real surprises. Usually group play, you get the best players out of there who's playing the best, but single elimination, it's one game of Madden, and who knows what can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to assume when you're going up against somebody that, is willing to come all the way out here and makes it out of their group, and they're gonna know what they're doing. You might not know who they are, but they're gonna know what they know what they're doing. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some pretty good upsets throughout this tournament.
And they are getting loaded back up now. I gotta finish. This is just first game of group play here at DreamHack Dallas. And once again, big thanks to those guys behind us. Chipotle, sponsor for this tournament, as they are back up.
Nice.
Nothing's turned off. Everything's right. They're paused, but I'm not scared about it. Controllers seem to be correct. I think we're ready to get back to Madden.
This is smart. He's going, he's checking his settings after. This is exactly what you want to do. If you have a delay like this or your controller got moved over, make sure to go into the settings, make sure everything's the way that you had it before, because you don't want to be one of those guys that's complaining about something after the fact. It's a veteran move right there.
So if you're just joining us, Mattstergamer is the Los Angeles Chargers. And C4 Goxforxit is the Kansas City Chiefs. It's flipped on the screen, as they got to get back into their audibles. It's the tough part about loading back in, is you gotta redo your audibles. But it's an important part of the game, as anybody who's watched competitive Madden before, as it is also 100% terrifying.
Did they load back? I don't know if they loaded back. I think the game stayed intact the whole time.
Because they're playing offline on the
yeah, there was just
console.
some controller issues, I'm thinking.
Somebody had a PlayStation controller and decided to wreak some havoc. Make themselves known. Look at Matt. He's still locked in. You can't. Things like that happen. You got to get right back into the game.
Gotta love my guy, Matt, man. He's just such a passionate Madden gamer. I mean, he's a guy that he's in it to win it. He shows up to the events ready, but he also shows up to these events just for the love of the sport, the love of the community. You can tell it's just something he's so passionate about, and he just genuinely loves being in this atmosphere. It truly reminds me of a similar attitude to the way I had back when I played. Sometimes the tournament's cool and playing's a big deal, but also just being in the atmosphere and being around your friends and just seeing what's going on in the community you love is also a big deal.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing these guys who, in person maybe only see each other 3, 4, 5 times a year, but they are so tight. This community is so tight-knit, especially after this year. You got friendships being built each and every tournament, and there are gonna be some new ones out there because there's some new faces.
Yeah, and DreamHack's a beautiful thing for that. It allows so many gamers from all walks of life, from all games, all types of communities to come to one place where we can interact, have fun, share our passion. That's what gaming's all about, and huge shout out to DreamHack, for helping make that happen.
And big shout out to the admin team getting these guys set back up. 7-0, Mattstergamer on top. 3:51 to go in the second quarter. Reminder, $25,000 prize pool. $12,500 to the winner, $7,500 to second place, third and fourth. Get $2,500 each, so some real guapa on the line here at DreamHack's first ever Madden tournament. Hope to see many more at DreamHack festivals around the country, around the world. 3 out of 5 for Mattstergamer. Dropping back, Rivers, underneath, has a man. That's an easy first down, and then not a first down, and then he picked up the first down again, the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Matt definitely looking good. And you said, just shout out to DreamHack. I mean, for these guys, I'm being told it's their 25th anniversary for DreamHack. They've been going hard since, I believe, 1994, Nick. I mean, this is an event that started in a school cafeteria in Sweden, and now it's grown into this huge, humongous thing. Just amazing.
And it's so awesome seeing first ever Madden tournament at DreamHack, a full 96-player field with a waiting list. There are players who came here that wanted to play, and there's just no room for them. That's awesome to see.
Last I heard, the defending Madden Challenge champion, Kretobin, was on the waiting list.
Left.
DreamHack knows no names. You got to sign up early. 7-0. Mattstergamer on top.
Hopefully my guy Kretobin got it, and that's going to be a real treat. We definitely would love to see him on the sticks. He's obviously one of the best players in the world.
Another underneath pass. 9 of 10, 88 yards. You see those numbers. 9 passes, 88 yards. Less than 10 yards per completion. It's really methodical working down the field.
Yeah, Matt he just looks so comfortable out there. I felt like C4 had a huge opportunity to put the pressure on Matt after Matt threw that really bad interception, being in field goal range where he could have made it 2 possessions. But C4 just not able to capitalize, and Matt just back to looking, you know, as comfortable as he is when he's just playing at home on his couch.
And look at that balance. 10 passes, 10 rushes. For Mattstergamer, I formation. Gordon at the top of the I. Why not give it to the fullback? Diving forward. Watt picks up 6, laying out for every single yard.
You see Matt, he's just going to continue to milk that clock up there, take time away from C4. And if I'm Matt, I'm really considering just running this ball another 2 straight times, trying to get in for 6. If I don't, I'll gladly take my 3, make this 2 possessions.
Now a second and 4. See if he snaps the ball before the 2-minute warning.
Probably going to a 2-minute warning. No?
He's aggressive. Not going to pick up anything there as Gordon just gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2-minute warning. Boy, it would be a huge confidence boost for C4 if he can hold him to a field goal on 3rd and 4.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
C4 right now making some formation subs in this nickel 3-3-5.
That shows you just because you don't know the name doesn't mean they don't know the game. As C4 knows exactly where he wants players. We saw this formation. We saw a little corner out touchdown last time. Does he have it again? Back of the end zone. High pass. Bring it down. It's been money for Mattstergamer as another touchdown for the Chargers.
Matt just getting his guys open. He's throwing to a receiver that has a step on the defender. And when you get a receiver open in space like that, you know, they got the positional advantage. It's going to increase their chances of holding on to the ball. Matt obviously gets him to that point with the corner route, gets a 2nd touchdown off of that route. And now if you C4, you really need to respond right here. The worst thing you can do with 1:57 seconds left is let Matt even get the ball back again and give him an opportunity to make it 3 possession.
Yeah, this could be what might be the crucial drive of the game. If C4 can get any sort of points, get any sort of momentum. Had 2 turnovers on 2 drives. They go 3 for 3, really keeping it in his own team's hands. 1st down and 10. Why not run it? And what we've seen early from this Chargers defense, RG, is just, it's been hard hitting, looking for fumbles, looking for big hit sticks.
I just get nervous for a guy like C4 when I see him running, you know, gun trips tight end against a guy like Matt, because like I said earlier, you just have to figure Matt has just practiced against this formation so much against such elite competition. It's really going to be hard for C4 to catch him off guard with anything he isn't prepared for.
$1:42 to go in the 1st half. It's 14-0.
Matt just subbed Derwin James in at that linebacker position.
If you're looking up at the top, those names are flipped. It is Mattstergamer as the LA Chargers. A lot of people at home might be thinking it's a big upset. It's Mattstergamer, top 4 in the Classic for a reason. 2nd and 7 for C4. Big hit as he threw, and lucky. And that fell where there was no defender waiting to catch it. It's a big 3rd down coming up.
This is huge. This is what I talked about just a few seconds ago, Nick. He doesn't get this. He's going to be in a 4th down situation where if he doesn't get that, Matt's already in field goal range. Easy 3-possession ball game. You're really digging yourself in a hole right here if you're my guy, C4.
3rd down and 7. Patty Mahomes at the helm. Driving back to pass. Looks right side. A little flat route. Stays in bounds. Big play to keep the toes in play. It's a 1st down for C4. Maybe that settles him down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what you need right there. Big 1st down. Still got the rock. Now you're rolling. Problem is he going up against Hoodie Matt? Matt's hoodied up right now.
That's how you know he's intense.
Yeah, Hoodie Matt could be hell.
Play action pass. Mahomes.
Just dropping back way too far.
There's good coverage down the field, but maybe a little bit of nerves here, playing on the big stage. Just doesn't seem like he's in any sort of rhythm offensively.
It's interesting what Matt's doing. He's calling the double A gap, but then he gets those linebackers out of the mug look by shifting them up. And it looks more like a traditional nickel type of defense. But he's really coming out in that double A gap, but he's just not using it with the linebackers in those gaps.
Out of the pocket, looking to the corner route. Not there. Another 3rd down upcoming. You're seeing because those middle linebackers drop back, the edge rushers are a little wider, and there's a lot of speed on the defensive line for the LA Chargers.
Ingram and Bosa. I mean, it's probably the best. Besides Watt and Clowney, it's probably the best.
Yeah. They're down at 10. Hill in motion from left to right. Williams in the backfield on the right hip of Patty Mahomes. C4 looking to cut into this 14-0 lead. Play action pass. He will look underneath, little spin move. Kelsey pick up a chunk of it. Now a big 4th down.
He's hurrying up. This is big for him. I don't believe we're playing with any mercy rule in this too.
No. And an interesting part about this tournament, I was talking with the admins, when you're looking at tiebreakers in the group play, and we're only in this first game of the groups, head-to-head, then it's points scored,
I like
and
that.
it's points allowed.
The point differential gets muddy sometimes. Sometimes net points is pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever been a part of a tournament where just net points has been a factor.
Putting a premium on offense, putting a premium on...
Yeah, exactly.
No need to run the ball on the 4th quarter. Get your points. 4th and 5. Can he get there? Big spin move. The double spin. It'll pick up a first down at the 39. C4 showing off the stick skill.
Yeah, show us something, C4. Show us something. Now you're moving.
Hoodie Matt locked in. Play action pass. Mahomes underneath. Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 5 of 9, 47 yards, a pick. There's been a fumble, but man, you score a touchdown here. It's a whole new ball game.
And I believe C4 gets the ball to start the second half, Nick.
Yes.
Yeah, Matt opened up with a nice scoring drive.
Real methodical drive.
Got the stop and then threw the pick right back. And then C4 threw a pick, Matt scored, and here we are. Oh, boom!
You can't throw into the middle of this Chargers defense like that. It's reckless.
Especially when you got Derwin James at linebacker.
Boy, how impressive is Derwin James? He's going to be fun to play with this Madden.
He's a Madden fan. He followed me on Twitter after, I believe it was the Madden Challenge.
Hey, Derwin, give me a follow.
He had been watching it live because, I don't know why else he would give me a follow. But, yeah, he seems to be a big Madden fan. Followed Skimbo as well.
But everyone follows Michael Skimbo. I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, absolutely.
3rd down and 4.
See, Kofi Kingston hooked them up with some ringside.
Front row tickets.
Front row.
Uh-oh, pressure coming down. Goes Mahomes.
No,
Joseph Bosa. He's got a pretty good brother who's coming into the NFL, too. Those two are going to wreak havoc on quarterbacks in Madden 20.
Be interesting. Those Niners, they got an interesting team.
And now 4th and 14. You got to go for it here.
Oh, gee.
But we haven't seen any completions really beyond about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. Can C4 find something deep?
Yeah, we see Matt with one deep corner out. I mean, in this formation, you got to watch the deep cross route from circle. Triangle could run a post or a corner. He's probably going to send that motion Conley vertical.
C4 needing this. Pressure. Down goes Mahomes. The defense gets there. Melvin Ingram with the sack. It's a turnover on downs. And Mattstergamer has an opportunity to really step on the throat of C4 with great field position with 31 seconds left.
Dude, Matt, all you need right here is a field goal. I mean, if you're any type of high-level Madden player and you get the 3-possession lead at any point outside of the first quarter, I mean, even sometimes in the first quarter.
Got him over the top. He's got room. 10, 5, tackled at the 1-yard line, saving a touchdown, but half-yard away from going up 3 scores.
That's huge right there for Matt. He's now went from trying to get 3, might get himself 7, 21 zip. In some places, that's considered skunk rule. Sometimes it's considered skunk double if you got a little wager on the game. Not where you want to be if you're C4.
Sometimes Madden gives you that, hey, man, you're playing somebody really tough. Should we find you something easier message? And that's never fun. I've gotten that way too many times online. 1st and goal, diving in, touchdown. Mattstergamer opening up a can here in the game 1 of DreamHack's Madden 19 tournament. Group play. It's going swimmingly early from the top 4 player from the Madden Classic. Mattstergamer up 21-0.
If you see 4, just continue to play. When you're a lesser-known player, you really have to take these experiences and learn from them, Nick. Even if you don't win, you could win from the experience by just taking it with you. And again, just learning from it. If you show up to a Madden tournament and you can't walk away saying, hey, there's something I need to work on, or I should have worked on this, or I should have improved in that, you're doing it completely wrong. I remember a guy like Little Man before he became, you know, one of the top-level players. He'd show up to every Madden challenge almost. It seemed like he would lose, you know, somewhat early, but he'd stay till the very end and watch what was going on and to study and just take as much information with him as he could. And now here he is, you know, a staple in our MCS tournaments that you see often. We all start off in the same place.
Oh, he's going to chuck it up, try to make something happen downfield. Oh, it's caught at the 17-yard line.
No timeouts.
No timeouts. Got to get a field goal unit out there, but what a play down the field. Tyreek Hill with the catch. A chuck and a prayer, and your prayer was answered.
You got to be watch out. Matt's been known to block kicks.
Oh, he just jumped it early. Kick is up.
Smart.
Sneak in the right upright. Halftime.
Smart by C4 to hold that button down there.
Especially with so little time on the clock, it can be nerve-wracking to hold that button.
Exactly. But you saw it. Matt was ready to just time it as soon as that accuracy stopped. Had C4 not hold that button down, Matt might have got the perfect jump he needed to block that kick.
21-3 your score at the half. But C4 going to get the ball to start the second half. You can see the disparity in yards. 210 for Mattstergamer, 94 for C4, and a lot of it was on that last passing play. That was a 50-yard pass.
Yeah, you're right. I'm interested to see, is Matt going to be able to continue his offensive dominance with Phillip Rivers? I mean, he has no mobility out there. What's his offense going to look like when, you know, people start sending the goons at him?
Thrown forward to the 29-yard line. Picking up 4. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We're with you till into the night here in Dallas. I think we're going till 8:30 Eastern time, maybe a little later, depending on how these games run.
We got some long days here, but you know what, Nick? Sitting here, we're calling competitive Madden, you know, helping to grow the community, helping to grow the sport. Nothing more I'd rather be doing.
Nick Mazesco, RG, Rico Williams, he's over on the couch by the lighted tree.
Lighted tree is very distracting.
It is incredibly distracting. First down at 10. That's just a throwaway. Boy, the coverage downfield is really throwing C4 for a loop. Nobody open.
This double A gap's looking tough. We've seen T. Davis run this earlier in the MCS year, had some success against Young Kiv. This is actually the defense he was running when he beat Young Kiv and knocked him out of the club championship.
Well, one of the seminal moments of the MCS season, watching T. Davis get mobbed after that win.
That was special, huh?
As cool as it gets, man. 3rd and short. C4. I think we see a run here. Trying to pick up about 6 inches. Watkins now out wide left. It's a play action. He's going to look to throw. Free rusher. Nobody home. 4th and inches.
4th and inches.
It's so tough when you roll out that way and there's not a single route going that way. You just got no choice.
Well, as the pressure came from the left side, so he had nowhere else to go. I understand going for a shot on 2nd and inches, 3rd and inches. It is a good time to try to pick up a big chunk of yardage, especially when your offense has been struggling. I just wish he tried to do it from a different formation than that gun trips tight end. Matt is obviously ready for it. Oh, no, you know Matt's going to have sneak defense, too.
It is that sneak. Ball's out! Oh, but it's picked up by one of the big hogs on the offensive line.
That's just how good these players are. When a casual player's playing and someone calls QB sneak,
first down.
Free 1 yard. Though he got the first down right there, he got it after Matt cracked him with a hit stick, forced a fumble, almost made him turn the ball over. And, you know, when you're dealing with a player the level of Mattstergamer, that's just how, you know, in tune they are. Any situation they get into, they're going to have a setup or a play to help them be successful in that situation.
And you're seeing so many successful hit sticks, which when you look at the casual player, I mean, that's where I struggle is I'll go for a hit stick, I'll completely whiff, and he's already downfield. These guys lock in, and it seems like it is some of the highest percentage of hits, and that's why you're seeing a lot of fumbles.
Oh,
see, there's another one right there.
Yeah, Matt's popping C4 all over the field. C4 continuing the move to rock, though.
2:38 and counting in the third quarter. It is 21-3, Mattstergamer on top. Play action pass. Haven't seen this work for him at all yet. Finally makes a read down the field. That's Tyreek Hill with the catch to the 14-yard line. I think that's the first time we've seen that play be successful outside of the underneath drag route.
What do you think, Chad? Is C4 going to get on the board with a touchdown here? Give me a 1 for touchdown, 2 for no points, and 3 if he settles for a field goal.
That's a big play on first down. The defensive line converging.
I love interacting with the chat.
Madden chat is fun, man. There are a lot of people passionate about this game. Getting amped. EA play next week. People are gonna get their first taste of Madden 20 out in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what people think about it, get their hands on the game. I've been playing for, the last several months, obviously working on the development team, and I'm excited, very, very excited for Madden 20 this year.
A lot of hype on Twitter. A lot of people very optimistic. Hearing seeing those broadcasts come out, it's a big deal. People love seeing the information.
Oh.
Looking right at the seam.
Nope.
Almost picked off.
He's gonna settle for the 3.
Threes have it.
I'll tell you what, this guy Mahomes in Madden 20, I know I can't spill the beans about it. He is nasty.
Flag down. (21-6). But now you get to this is what's been interesting about this game. Mattstergamer has been sort of methodically working his way down the field. It hasn't been big chunks of yards. If C4 can find a way to get a stop, start a key on that, maybe some hard flats, get some defense, get a touchdown, all of a sudden it's a one-score game in the fourth quarter.
Pick 6, fumble 6, we got ball game. Easier said than done, though, is the problem for C4.
Especially when you have a guy like Melvin Gordon on the outside.
Well, he's spinning a lot out there. I mean, the more ball carrier moves you do like that, you're going to leave yourself susceptible to some big hits potentially.
Spinning and winning. Could be the tagline for Madden 19.
Wider.
2nd and 5.
Hey, Rocket. Stay there. Stay there.
Rivers at the helm for Mattstergamer. Once again out of this gun bunch, Melvin Gordon on his left hip. And now you see Mattstergamer, the veteran. We're going to use this play clock. No need to give more time on the clock, especially when you're up by 2 scores. Milk this down under 10 seconds. All you players at home, clock management. That's why these guys are pros. Hand off to Gordon once again.
Oh, geez.
Big hit. Boom. Loses a yard. 3rd down. Looks like it's going to be the final play. Unlike the by the way, you might be, if you watch some of the MCS games, you might see a little difference here. They got a full 40-second play clock here at DreamHack. It's not the 30-second shortened play clock that you see in the MCS. So that shortens some of these games.
Yeah, and back when I played, every tournament was a 40-second play clock, Nick, and some of these guys, they can just get so masterful with that play clock and really limit possessions. It really just becomes a game of picking up first downs when you're dealing with those type of players. And it got to the point where the guys were just so masterful with that play clock that we did have to switch it to a 30-second play clock just to, make it so there's more action and more plays run. To this day, it's one of my favorite changes was the MCS switching to that 30-second play clock.
All right, y'all. Put your 4s up in the chat. It's 4th quarter. Game number 1 of DreamHack's Madden 19, the first Madden tournament hosted by DreamHack. We got 96 players here fighting for a $25,000 prize pool. 21-6, Mattstergamer on top and driving. We're 5 minutes away from finding out who's going to be 1-0 in group play. Handoff. Gordon. The speed on the outside. He'll pick up a good chunk of yards, give him 7 to the 32-yard line. And he stays in bounds to keep that clock rolling.
Matt's just going to continue to milk this clock.
21-6. You're not going to see Mattstergamer with the ball here. He's not going to snap this until 3, 2 seconds on the play clock, because when you're up 14 points, that's the luxury you have. You want to shorten this game, and if something happens, you don't want to have a lot of time on the clock.
You see my guy Robbie Robs in the chat. He's asking, is this the Miami Dolphins offense from Mattster? Yes, I believe he is running the Miami Dolphins offensive playbook, which is also his favorite team.
15, 10, 5,
Oh,
step to the 1 yard line, a little stop and go
nasty.
action. Oh, Mattstergamer. Every time I try to do that, I end up just getting clobbered. Mattstergamer showing off the stick skills.
Drag's telling Robbie Robs to hop out of Matt's game room. So that Miami offense is for Matt.
Hey, Rocket.
But this is why we watch. I mean, if you're not watching, trying to pick up on the scum tactics, you ain't doing it right.
Woo.
Oh, man.
Patience in the backfield. Dance on them as the Chargers and Mattstergamer. They've blown this game open 27-6. It's been a dominant defensive performance. It's been a dominant offensive performance. And Mattstergamer might be, I could be wrong, I've seen a lot of these guys, he might be one of the top 5 runners in the game, how patient he is behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, Matt's always had a really strong running game. I believe it was Madden 18, was it, where he had his tight slots, the more pitch. He was running a lot of pitch, a lot of dive. Him and Stevie J were some of the best run games that year. That's what's cool about Madden, too. A lot of your skills year over year, even though it's a new game, they'll transition over.
28-6. Mattstergamer on top. What a turnout here in Dallas for DreamHack, not just for Madden, but the lines outside were absolutely nuts. Everybody's excited to be here. We hope you're excited at home. Nick Mazesco, RG on the call, Rico Williams. He's on the couch right now, just chilling.
You know what I want to know from our people watching at home, seeing his Chipotle's,
Deep pass, he's chucking it up. Ooh.
Seeing as Chipotle's the sponsor, Nick, what do you guys do in the chat? Give me 1 if you're a burrito guy, give me 2 if you're a bowl guy, or give me 3 if you're a tacos guy at Chipotle. What is it? Give me 1 for burrito, 2 for the bowl, and 3 for the tacos. I need to see where y'all heads are at.
And underneath, that's Travis Kelce.
I got confused. Going with a 2. Bowl guy.
Listen, I'm non-discriminatory when it comes to Chipotle, especially when somebody's paying. I'll just take whatever. Sometimes I'll even go with the quesadilla.
I got Primetime says he's never eaten at Chipotle. Whoa.
Whoa. It might be the most offensive thing I've ever heard in chat.
Bro, why don't you just go do it today?
Right now.
Break the ice. Get it popping.
Down at the 3-minute mark in this game. Mattstergamer up 28-6. C4 looking to make some noise, looking for that crossing route. Nobody home. 14-26, 183 and a pick for C4. A lot of sacks. I think we've seen 4 sacks from the Chargers and Mattstergamer. Saw a fumble on the first drive. And the biggest thing has just been controlling time of possession. Matt's held the ball. We've seen 10, 11, 13 play drives working down the field. 3rd and 10 for C4. Patty M in the shotgun. Play action pass. Uh-oh, there's that pressure once again. It gets it off. Finding Travis Kelce. Can bring up a 4th down, an opportunity to slam the door. No, I think the door's probably closed already, but an opportunity to really slam that door for Mattstergamer.
Yeah, the door's been closed, man. Pretty sure it's slammed, too. You said it, too. There is differences to it. Like, sometimes people get into the argument, oh, the skill gap and that. Trust me. There's some skill gap there, because if you ever seen me try to hit stick and you watch a guy like Matt, you can tell there's levels.
There's levels. There's talent. C4 still fighting. He knows those points are important. You're in the 2-minute warning. Play action. Mahomes. Left side. He's going to be looking for that. Right up the seam.
Hey, there it is.
Ooh, there's another one. Oh, my. The hitting is out of control here. You're like trying to build a treehouse with all the lumber. First and goal.
Be able to build that treehouse 2 times over.
High pass. Good defensive play. Even just for a little confidence here, RG, C4 getting a touchdown could be big for the next 2 games in the group.
Yeah, moral victory. Every now and then you got to go for him. Not ideal.
Mahomes. Well, hitch route. Get a good chunk of that back. There's Conley with the catch. Or Sammy Watkins with the catch.
I see him in the chat. Drag's got him now arguing if do you go ground beef or chicken in your tacos.
Okay, well, there's no ground beef at Chipotle, so don't be a liar. That means you're going to Qdoba.
Well, these are like homemade tacos at that point.
Oh, ground beef, I'm making them at home. Just because I didn't trust myself with chicken.
Another hit.
My God. I can mess with any of the meat at Chipotle. I've had everything.
You've had blackened chicken tacos? Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Blackened seasoning.
Blackened anything.
It's a very underrated seasoning.
Blackened salmon.
That's my jam.
That's good stuff, right?
That's my jam.
If you were expecting to, if you like hearing about food, you're going to hear about it a lot over the next 3 days. RG and I get hungry up here. High pass, back of the end zone. No can do, sir. Turnover rundowns.
I mean, when you got the 28-6 game, it doesn't help either. It's going to happen. I understand that, you know, some of these games are going to be blowouts, but I'm waiting for those dog fights, Nick.
Oh, they're going to be here.
I want the battles.
Okay.
Going to be here. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Looks like Mattstergamer's going to be, well, I was about to say, it looks like he's about to run it out, but C4, he's going to keep fighting. Andy Reid looks good on the sidelines. He's looking slim, looking fit on the sidelines.
0.
Again, I hope this game just doesn't, you know, discourage C4. We've all been there. You know, you get up, you get matched up against a guy with so much experience at Mattstergamer. Again, you just need to really treat this as a learning experience. Don't let yourself get too discouraged.
White.
28-6. Second timeout taken by C4. Mattstergamer looking, he's going to be going 1-0 to start out group play here at DreamHack Dallas.
Yo, now the chat is getting there. They went from the chicken and ground beef to now we're talking chorizo.
Oh, that's
You start talking chorizo, you start talking RG's language. Big on the chorizo.
I made last weekend. I made some burgers. I made some burgers. It was 80% sirloin, 20% chorizo. Put it on the grill.
Chorizo's money.
What, Rico? You guys?
Rico's looking at me like there's something wrong.
What's wrong with chorizo?
Like in chorizo. He has nothing to say.
He's got nothing.
He's got nothing.
Because he knows he's wrong.
He knows he's wrong.
This thing is terrifying. Yeah. 1st and 10. C4. That's going to be a penalty. That's intentional grounding.
No way. Rico's over here giving me a hard time about chorizo. I'm not having it. Oh, look at this
don't mess
one.
with
Big
me,
Kev talking chicken chorizo with some cheese.
Oh, what up?
sauce.
Kev's in the chat. What's up, Dubers? Good to see you, man. One of my NBL guys.
Shout out to the NBL.
2nd and 23. Oh.
Maybe I need to get into one of those leagues one time, huh? Rico's talking about getting into the NBL as well, huh? Rico gets an invite, but I don't get an invite?
Application denied.
Rico or me?
RG's always allowed in.
I'm allowed.
Rico's going to cause too much trouble in the chat.
A free win for whoever gets
I've seen what you do to strafing on Twitter. You're not allowed in the chat. 3rd and long, chuck it up, hope for something. Nobody home.
Throw the towel. Oh, there's only 23 seconds left.
23 seconds, 4th and 23. You're down 23, -1. It's game 1 of group action. Stick with us. We'll be with you all day long. Non-stop Madden. Day 1 here from DreamHack Dallas. 4th and long. Chuck it a prayer. It's not answered.
Living on a prayer.
Whoa. Shout out to JBJ.
Buffalo Wall.
36 passes for C4, only 4 rushes, and that first rush was a fumble. Gordon with the run.
I'm interested to see who we're going to get in our next matchup here.
As the clock's going to run out. Triple zeros. Okay, well, timeout taken because points matter. He's going to attempt a field goal here from 32 yards.
Savage. This is just a savage move right here. I understand it. I respect it. Doesn't mean it's not savage.
It's savage. Who knows what those points could come down to as net points.
Kick too.
That's beautiful. It's up. It's good. Zero's up on the clock. Final score, 31-6. Mattstergamer goes 1-0 in groups.
All right, that concludes our first game on the main stage, but it's DreamHack. We have Madden everywhere. We're bringing in another game. Beast Mode Mac and Anarchy are battling it out right now. We're gonna go ahead and take a peek in there. With Mattstergamer going up 1-0, how good does that feel to get that first game out, the jitters are done, and you're coming out in a win?
I mean, again, we talked about it going in, how much pressure there was on Mattstergamer to perform in this first game against a relative unknown. You get that win, it's a little bit of weight off your shoulders. It's always good to start out 1-0.
He is who we thought he is. C4 starting out 0-1 up against Mattstergamer. Getting those points at the end, that big play he had. Can he build momentum on that for his next game?
No.
it's
not
a
looking
straight
good.
no.
I mean, is the other guy in his group beast mode? I mean, it's going to be tough.
That is a different group.
It depends who else is in the group, but
You just got to put the game behind you,
It wasn't
right?
looking good. Here's the thing. If there's other people in the group that aren't the caliber of a Mattstergamer, for sure, he did show us some good stuff where he obviously plays the game. He knows what he's doing. He just got outclassed by that next level of player, which is